too big. Can be. Gyro switching to the mid lane. He's had enough of the side lanes. This aggro squad. Newbie up the top. The handle. Ducked away from that lane. Terribly now farming jungle. He's starting to pull behind a little bit in these lanes. They will move into Newbie here with a console. Chalice. Mana really play with, just trying to snipe out with a stack there as FY goes on the creep, but mid lane they lose the gyro.
Doesn't even need to do that.
Is that just sniper clicking in?
Yep.
Not very good now, is it?
Could keep his back there. You know that he's not gonna be threatened because they don't have any gap closure, so he can go for massive damage. Deal same amount of damage as possible.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Does that mean maybe the Beastmaster needs to think about, you know, a blink tanker early on? Yeah. Top lane, the pressure just relentless here. KP getting a lot of farm in this top lane, already level 6. It's completed. Maybe try and get these flat cannon hits out to kill CS and also harass KP, but Taka moving forward. Forest strike ready at level 2. He is. Ooh, nightmares there for Bane to slow down. Instead, the X-Nova Bane breaks down back onto Taka. Down he goes, and Bane turned on with the Metamorphosis here from the TV. Cyclone on the gyro will hold him back, but X-Nova surviving long enough to keep the Brewmaster in play. Now the Sniper arrives in with the damage. Cyclone on the TV again. The back and now forward. Somnus Assassinate flies on through, but the Shrine is there, and KP unable to secure that kill onto the gyro. Will lose 3 minutes of HP he has.
It's a good rotation, they were kind of hesitating to get on top of gyro. Tank had a stun ready, so they need to poke Panda up and actually deal the damage. Way too deep though. Meanwhile, Phantom Lancer on the bottom lane, pressuring the tower, get a lot of farm. Battle Fury build, better prey.
Crazy movie.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Chalice has lads queued up, interestingly enough. But he's just looking for a timing push here with the Aeroblade. How that goes. Castle moves towards the core staff before the Ags. The Arme though hiding away in the jungle camp. Farming decently enough and also hiding away from the map, using Meta to come out and fight. Hours for now, but this opens things up so nicely for Newbie. They get tier 1 mid, they can swing up towards top, they've got wards down everywhere in this dire jungle.
They want to invade dire jungle. They have 3 board, 9 minutes in. They want to keep the pressure. The Panda has a lot of farm, they have a tank who can set things up easily, and again, nothing to get close to a sniper who's not that even high level, but still I don't think they can defend this, so they might need to use gyro ulti, which is on cooldown.
Well, I was just about to ask, is Mugi in trouble at all? The Roar will come out and it looks like they've secured the kill there.
And this ward gives way too much, which you see both camps, and someone is rotating from the side and someone is approaching from a lane for the defensive tower.
Hoeing that line so very nicely. LTD just being held back here. Top lane, Arme, low HP but continues shoving out the way. Up and moving into the Yasha is like terribly. Very good D-ward from Faith, but not only are they getting 6 wards down themselves, but they're removing a lot of this dire vision. Did he make any moves? Ooh.
What was that sound?
Oh, it's a bee sound, really big sound. Goes woohoo! Woohoo!
These are some weirded women.
Down goes Faith. Simple. D-wards, but...
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Kaka's so good. Like for 11 minutes in. No, halfway to blink is very good from him. Oh, hello, Faith. KP moving in behind the trees. Movies cut in, found FY. All 4 staffs back, but they've got the final split to go. Cyclone to the Beastmaster, finish off FY with the Assassinate. Now moving on. Challenge potentially. Moody is ready to fight. Engage from LGD is maybe.
They don't want to go too deep again. they should be happy with what they got. Bane heads off to Lee. He's in range.
He's got grip on KP, he will fall, but a turnaround play from Moogie, there's the gyro dead, the raw cancel. Doesn't want to throw it in, Chalice realizes there's no damage to come in as the Terror Blade down at bottom lane is potentially in a bit of trouble. And he's being forced back by the Sand King, maybe he can cancel, but there's an assassinate from this sniper yet again. Double kill for Epical C, 7-0-1 on the sniper.
This one campus him, has enough gold given by mid-room hammer or a fight. Save up himself and his teammates. I don't know, he can farm a lot with the mid-room hammer.
You know it's a bad time when your gyro's the one buying the smoke. Maybe in Chalice. Beastmaster also buying a smoke for himself. Moogie has a doppelganger away. There is a call down from maybe to be thrown in here. The home missile will track back the PL, make sure they know it's real. So now, a bit too deep it feels like. Chalice still going in. He's walked into the middle of 3 newbie heroes all alone.
Like they're wary of it. They want something to happen, but again, they can't make a right decision. They're diving way too deep. You okay, Gabriel? What does that look?
That was a questionable move. Like it was pretty. Maybe didn't make the call. You know, he kind of dipped away, wanted to give up on that. Chalice potentially just didn't hear him or didn't understand what was going on. But some kind of miscommunication for sure between them there, right? Sniper did not go for Maelstrom. Sniper did not go for Dragonlance or Force down towards the Hurricane Pike. You talked about him doing damage from long range and not being touched because there's no gap closed. And if you want a damage item, well, I'll tell you now, Crystallis, one of the most efficient gold to damage items in the game.
Alright, well, makes sense to one extent. Like, they're not touching him, and for 2,000 gold more, he has a critical strike, plus he has a damage talent on top then.
Hell yeah.
He has a 200 damage critical strike and an extra with the headshot.
Continues farming back in the jungle. You know, maybe you can look towards the future and think that with the split push plays you have with the Cottle, the AoE heal you get there, that shove timing from LGD, but still trying to build up into it with a grab onto Sankey's bottom lane. This is a good way to start your push into tier 2.
Yeah, they got a good kill, but the Sanking already bought the Blink Dagger, so he's fine. Meta is used. I'm not sure they can defend this tower. They're running, but the five heroes are on bottom. That's gone.
They dodged the smoke pop there, newbie. X-Nova went for a wander all the way towards mid to get a ward down. Like they do have a flat bound to split as well. The death ward down onto Gyro. Looks like he's gonna fall here. Get the witch stopped at the very least. Missile on Moogie will catch. EL now potentially able to chase people down. No TP on the Beastmaster. Assassinate will come out. Nearly finish him off, but they want to cycle it up his Terror Blade for as long as possible. The Chalice still being run back. TB being focused now. Kaka and Moogie both in on top of him. This is a big kill. We don't care about the Beastmaster dying. We want to see Alme die here as Newbie run him down. Sunder at the ready, but Kaka's holding that stun until they have the perfect amount of damage.
Didn't have all their cast with the skillet. That's like it was saving the stun, and the ward gets binked out. Not in range though, that kind of get the ward of the soul. Or maybe not. Or a shrine.
Come here, lad. That would have been okay for LGD if all they had lost was a gyro constant. Losing all 3 of your cores in quick succession just for a tier 2. Newbie being very snappy and decisive. Their maneuvers across the map, and another smoke here with a sniper involved. Useful Blade is done for the PL. I don't know where he is now. Down bottom lane, showing tier 1. He's trying to find his FY Cottle, being pinged out by Moogie. They know he is lurking around in the area. Whether or not they can dive deep enough to find him though, as FY has that force staff and a TP. He's backed up just far enough away to stay out of danger for now. There's the force back, but he's trapped. Kaka first strikes in, and the poor keeper of the light, even with the blinding light, die. Team assassinate.
And they should try to plant this anti-tinker board on this side to see bottom left.
Rushing Daedalus.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Massive mask of madness. Freaking Daedalus.
I don't think anyone builds Daedalus as a second item.
No.
Yeah.
Pretty big though. Pretty big. PL. 7.5k net worth. If we've done 1,500 saved up, start looking towards this Yasha. While we look at LGD scores, Gyro down in the dumps a little bit here. The Beastmaster still trying to build that BKB, and it's a rush one at that. 2-minute BKB to try and have that swing fight, get momentum back on their side, or back on their side, but first time in this game on their side it feels like. Lads now coming for Chalice. It really is just LG building all these little small items, trying to fit in towards that 20-25 minute timing with a couple ags, which is coming. But this one's interesting. Please look at the TV and tell me what's going on with that.
Guess who wants to be the gap closer between and Sniper?
I thought so, but it's unusual.
I don't know, if he's low HP, blinks in, uses Sniper, gets a lot of gold. You know, the old strat where you were fooling around, go for Shadowblade Dagon, Terrorblade, huh?
So he goes into an ancient camp or Roshan, drops himself to no HP, and Shadowblade Thunder.
I don't think Blink Daggers works at all, to be honest. It's only level 2 reflection, keeps farming, gives him some farming capabilities, because he's jumping around the camp.
Well, FY, this time he's being found. I guess when you see a sniper with no force, no fight, the blink kind of makes sense now. Armade jumping onto the PL with the help of his main setup. They get Moogie. Mid lane though, can't come back in with the first strike. Blink platform KP and Chalice will be the second LGD hero middle lane to fall. Continues the streak beyond godlike. 11-0-3. Bottom lane is being shot. TV blinks back and away.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Casual Yasha with power spread, the tap stats and HP with that Dragon Lance as well, nor from Manta style. Just feel like
Poor catch here. Right, so as he made the run from bot lane, out, but Kaka, he has been on the money so far. Good rotation, movement there from Nubi. Unfortunately though, the ancient Prowler Shaman damage. Oh, maybe solo dying into the Brewhouse, so he caught there with a cyclone into the stun, and down he goes. Finds the BKB out fully.
they're definitely I guess they're dying at the 2/3 points of the map. Now Beastmaster needs to close the gap, so he has the Shadowblade. He needs to get close this time.
550-ish, 60-ish, the damage there from that triple C. Red numbers. Heads. Brew with the Vlads to try and counteract the Beastmaster Vlads, but blink on blink action, Lacoste. Triple C has Mom Daedalus Blink Dagger, and I've got to say, I've never seen this sniper build in this book.
I've seen Blinks and Sniper,
yeah,
it's viable.
I've seen Daedalus and Sniper, I've seen Mom and Sniper.
Not in this order.
All together in this order is an unusual one. Kaka here spots out X-Nova. What a quick blink. You know what the fuck is going on. Kaka will get an Observer War down at the very least. Nice.
Hold down.
Misclick. He misclicked the stun instead of the other. Arme. Blink on cooldown for a couple of seconds here. Could still technically be found, but it's like he's made enough of a gap. Quick tell from it. Team bottom lane. Hey, take a look at Chalice. In onto the tier 3 with a catapult ready. He away. Terrorblade comes the way top. Blink trap. TPing out. No stuns here. It's like though. Back up bottom. So FY's Ags, we've talked about it through the draft and waiting for it. It is very nearly here, about 900 gold off the Ags. How much do you think that changes LGD's game plan or their chances in this?
He's gonna have it with the next daytime, which is 2.5 minutes. But the it's a burst damage, a lot of heal. They need to play around this Caudal Dagger. With the item they have Beastmaster with Flash. They might just go and try to threat your 3 towers. I'm not sure that's gonna work too far.
Haka.
Yeah, again, some flashy plays.
Hey, if he had any teammates there with him, that was a dead Kotal. Finds the bounty rune as Ame stands on top Sandstorm. Haka here is just this kind of recon playmaker, finding bounty runes, stopping people from TPing, making sure that he is a huge nuisance across the map, not just in teamfights, but now he's been found with a grip. Ame even pops the Metamorphosis to try and secure this. The dust is required and they will bring him down. Keep this pressure on. Jungle, get some T-wards going, get some vision down for themselves. Maybe you don't want to push too far up here.
So any big items coming out on the side of newbie. Brewmaster has 2,000 gold saved up. Phantom Lancer already with the Yasha wants to go full manta actually. Playing Dagger as well.
Role playing exactly.
4-man Zap.
The Brew could think about the Radiance perhaps. Maybe just go for the Sculpturas, stack up the Auras. There as the Aegis will expire. That goes on the Sniper. Even the Sand King, Blink Force Staff ready for Kaka, and he's moving toward the Eon. Himself alive through these fights. LG. We nearly have the BKBs, the double done. Of course, we've seen the Gyro with his already, unused as of yet. He also holding into one pretty quickly. This is going to time in with his axe. Like, again, it's the LGD current 25-minute timing. It's going to be here. I just worry about how strong and how effective it's actually going to be and what they can accomplish, but this time to kick off very quickly in on the Faith, take it down. Chalice will be found by Kaka though with the 4-staff forward, the primal split used, straight off the Witchbox for the Beastmaster. He won't find any additional kills. Split does move forward, hunting in the back end there. The Shadows touched by LGD, they're still shoving that wave.
Still gonna have problems.
The Sniper FY recalls in Ame and they've got the grip. This is SCCC, the Beyond Godlike Shriek, and 918 gold in the pockets of Ame.
That's a lot of gold. Even though the Sniper is so far ahead that they're gonna have problems pushing the tier 3 towers as Philippe, Keeper of the Light.
Here we have it. LGD in position to execute their draft.
Yeah, Gyro was not farmed at all, but he caught up his same amount farm as Panda, but he's gonna. Okay, they're gonna recall Beastmaster as well, probably. And
this is it, right?
The Auras, yeah, they're gonna go Sniper as buyback. I think he needs buyback right now.
Tier 3's dying. There's the Illuminate. Kaka's gone! Oh, there's no buyback. Newbie. What's happening? LGD going for this monster push will bring down the tier 3. Melee ranks falling as well. The heal coming out from Illuminate. FY keeping everyone lovely and topped up in their HP pools. And Newbie just, they don't know what hit them. We can see from a bird's eye perspective all the items being picked up. We know how the draft is executed, what's going to be happening. But just the speed at which LGD is able to snap in, take down that lane of racks. So beautiful to watch.
Just one pick off and that's it. Panda did not have ulti ready, so he can go in and dispel all those illusions. Even though if Sniper brought back, I don't think he would have done it.
That's it. Time for the Hurricane Pike now. Newbie. Start wondering what the hell they do against this. I mean, they did use their BKBs, right? The TB... No, the TB didn't. Gyro did. I saw that one. Terrorblade still holding onto his 10-second BKB. Officers up. Shadowblade is nearly... Oh, it's done. No, it's complete. Master has Shadowblade. They're able to go in again for another one of those big pickoffs. It doesn't have to be the Sniper anymore, right? It could be the Brew. Could be the... it has to be the Brew or the Sniper to break high ground. One of those. Force a buyback out. There's an Eon Disc on the Brewmaster, so that will definitely help here. Oh, LGD.
Also sinking. The item was buffed from 80 to 70%. Now it feels way better. The kind of situational item, really, on, let's say, some floors in the late game when you're playing against the boy. Here, example, you make Dominate the one get first.
Think like beam script or
Yeah.
even like a home missile or something catching you off guard with a stun.
This will be huge. Terrorblade is level 20 after it finishes this camp, so 10 reflection cooldown, Ice Rock, please.
Deal with his talent.
That seems go with that. 0.5 seconds downtime. 100%. It's dispellable, but you need to have BKB, Manta style, whatever.
Quickly glimmer there. Maybe healthy. Moving around the map here, LGD, you know, has fresh wind in their sails. They're able to shove out these waves, but Chalice, there's Kaka. Starting things off for his team to try and get in on top of this beast map, but they're done forward, they're still unable to catch in, and now the turnaround from FY. Arme slaying people in the back, again with his BKB metamorphosis, and down goes Kaka as well. SCC got jumped and obliterated, they captured his fate, now the backstab comes in, they ignore the witch doctor, they've ripped up the PL, they've got the damage to bring him down, the split will do nothing, as LGD, the aggressive hordes of heroes, storming towards this Radiant base. I don't think there's a wall in the world that can stop them.
Gary, what is happening in this game? Like, it went from full newbie, LGD can't win, to the game is gonna be over in 5 minutes.
That's why I was asking you, like, how important is this axe? How important are these BKBs? The 25-minute timing for LGD, is it gonna work? I was skeptical. I'll come out and say it right now. I did not think LGD had a chance in this game, but they have made it work. The pick on the sniper in the bottom lane. Now the team fight mid with a blink on TV working absolute wonders. They'll bring down another tier 3. There's no buyback on sniper or PL. They've got this nighttime going, so they don't have the burner skill from console, but it's still a huge chunk of damage. Going into newbie space, another melee racks will fall thanks to these TV illusions. Just into X Nova for a strike to cancel the TV. But if they come in and only lose the vein, that's great for them. Actually, 40 epicenters come out from Kaka. Newbie losing a lane and a half in about 4-5 minutes. LG just kind of storming to victory. Now the PL's looking for FY though. Forced out TP, away he goes. The gem cannot be lost here. FY needs to keep it, and he will.
Kaka was not too far away. He had a force. What is PL's thing again? Use Blade, Man Style, and Blink Dagger. They want to Roche, they know Blade meta is down, but only for 30 seconds. I think they can solve not the best Roche lineup that they have. Especially with the model that he goes right now. I don't think they know about it.
Backstab from Chalice. Coming from the west. TV illusions from comes a blinding light play! There's LGD's with a big fight! 3 down! PL to follow! GG's called and fucking over! LGD wins game 2! Beautiful swing of momentum! And newbies scratching their heads wondering what just hit them!
I think the build that they went for, the sniper one, didn't really pay off, and we're trying to get a pick.
Weaver's one.
PL is taken out.
Yeah. So
Don't know if you want Weaver versus the Rubik either so much.
yeah, it's a nice setup from OG. Like they banned some of the counters already, and they've taken one of the better ones.
They could go for something just like the Jug. I don't know if they have to pick it this early on though. I think they can wait till the 4th.
Yeah. You want a 5 position that forces Kuro to be there though. Like what Liquid really like to do, I think, is they want to move both their supports around as often as possible. Because Kuroki really likes to be, as much as he's a 5 position, he's really a 4 at heart too.
I'd love some new pick, like some Oracle or something. He's sick.
Oracle would get really pressured by Chestnut.
Yeah, I know.
There'd be like nothing there. I don't know, I'm looking at Earth Spirit, I guess. Not a new hero, but...
And then when Kuroki plays the other Titan.
Yeah.
33 heroes not picked so far at ESL 1 Katowice is Oracle.
That may continue.
Probably a strong...
Doesn't contribute.
Yeah, strong prospect to that.
Doesn't contribute much in team fights. Oh, they do big it. Baby!
How
On fire!
That was good.
Alright.
Counter's lasso. Did you call that?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, that's why I picked it out.
So-
He's one of the 33 we haven't seen so far, and then we all agreed that it was unlikely we'd see it. Well,
I was gonna say, it's not just for the Bat Rider, you can dispel the Chen sent home too.
Yeah.
Right.
That's one of the big things.
But you also second guessed yourself.
Sure.
I mean, it's because Oracle's a bad hero.
It's going not a great hero, yeah, so...
He's just really bad, like level 1, level 3. If he gets like arcane boots, he's cool.
Yeah.
I guess Urn and Spirit Vessel are potentially really good with his ultimate right now. You can crazy heal somebody if you ultimate first.
You gotta be careful about getting Huskard right now.
For OG.
Oh, that's a really good call. Yep.
Yeah.
Another hero has been picked yet.
Although Bat Rider's okay against that hero in the lane. Like if you get a one-on-one against it. I remember who was it? It was Moon Meander versus Matoma Man at Summit, and at the time we thought that Huskar would crush Bat. And
It was the worst turn rate, right?
Yeah, it was the body.
You can do the spin around now, so it's actually hysterical.
Oh,
Just
this
do
is
the line stealer and
okay. Oh, that's cool. I like that.
I like this pick a lot. Yeah.
Cover something against it.
These supports don't do a whole lot versus life stealer.
Yeah, we saw what happens when I've been talking about that alternate means. If you can't enable your 4 position, the game feels you're almost always just gonna lose the early game.
So Lycan is kind of a little bit of a downfall. It's still popular, banned a lot, but pressurable in lane. When they get things like Chen creeps, and against a lifestealer, it's not bad. I guess he does a lot of physical damage. He can run away from lifestealer and lifestealer's Chen,
5 seconds remaining.
but he can always jump in creeps.
Yeah. I think they still should be careful with this Huskar. I think this could be a Lycan mid and have like a trap. They could be, oh, we're picking this Lycan, you think you have Bat versus Lycan, which is pretty good versus the Bat, for the Bat. But I think this is, we put Matu mid Lycan and we have a hard carry as Huskar, and we just take over the game. So I think they should still fear that.
Do you think it's like? Do you think that's the only way that they can win the game now? Because their support duo is really weak against lifestealer, or like I see your point about the Huskar, but it also feels kind of all in to me, I guess. It's not that great against lifestealer, right? Lifestealer can just build like Deso with armlet and just eat the Huskar alive outside of the Oracle.
You can get Pike though, and it took again.
It's true.
You know, Pike Halberd and you stack evasion versus the lifestealer.
Because lifestealer heavily relies on the burst, and if you can't burst them, then
And Rage is gone, and then
then you just die in 2 seconds. The good news though for this lifestealer is he's gonna have a good game against like the other 3 heroes.
Seconds remaining.
Yeah.
especially Tiny.
I mean, these are 2 of the best drafters. I really like Fly's drafts overall. I think they're really consistent. I think it's cool too that they just like proving. We thought that the lifestealer was likely, but we just didn't think it was a no-tail hero, but they took it anyways.
It's not just fly drafting either now. Balls down there.
I like the quality.
In there.
Yeah.
It's very evasive. It's gonna be hard for lifestealer to kill it. They have some disabled not have any. It's gonna be very good at just killing Chen. Chen's gonna have deaths this game for sure.
Storm part 2. Let's go.
It's strong. It's very interesting. It's like both.
Would love this game as a storm, wouldn't you?
I mean,
Bangs.
both teams like they have like identical drafts. Like look at their drafts. They're both very like same weaknesses, same cores, kind of physical cores, evasive, damage dealing mids.
How's your Oracle looking there, Fog?
I said Oracle because
I said to the time.
I mean, there's a couple reasons. It's also because there wasn't really that many 5 heroes left.
No.
So I think that's what they're kind of looking at. They kind of left with that one. Not looking great. There's 2 ways to catch him now with the Bat Rider and Storm.
Yeah, tough game. Kevin, which way is this gone?
I think I like the OG draft better.
Okay, Storm rounded that out nicely for you.
I like the Chen as well. And,
Okay. Alright. Well,
I think I'm gonna go with Squid, but really reluctantly.
10 seconds remaining.
okay. Slightly concerned pick from Will.
5 seconds remaining.
I think I like OG's draft better, but after the performance from Liquid yesterday, I think they.
Okay. A very interesting draft, it has to be said, for both teams, which has left our panel a little mixed. Let's find out from our commentary team what their thoughts are. Gents, what did you make of that? It was a fun draft.
It was. You guys got it pretty much bang on.
Yeah.
For the most part. Very impressed by the analysis from you guys.
Good job,
Good
boys.
job.
Good job with that. Yeah. Good job to you guys. Now. Yes, Cap.
You know I love you, right?
Yes.
You checked in on the game on the second stream.
Not looking good for LGD right now. They immediately won.
I mean,
Did they really? Literally won.
We were fantastic.
You see,
We're in the second pick of the draft, and LGD had already won.
Cap, you know how powerful the commentator's curse is.
Now you've got the host curse.
Take it away, it's all yours.
it's an exciting. So weird. I'm ready for this one, Cap. We're having an Oracle making his debut appearance here. A hero that, as the panel sort of said, this is not a hero that's well respected at the moment. This hero is considered very hard to play. But if anyone's going to be able to show us how to do it, it is going to be Kuro. He grabs it here for Liquid. Do you think he can do it this game?
I mean, we were talking about it in the draft, right? We were bang on when it came to our analysis as well, right? We called Lifestealer, and I think OG knew the Lifestealer was coming. Well, it's such a good Lifestealer game. I think they picked up the Oracle, knowing that it's good versus some of these heroes. Oh,
Got the hold down
fine, right? He's got rage.
He's got rage if he wants to. At the moment, he's holding the skill point, keeps it cool. No, he can talk it off. Coming back to sort of eye them up here, but there is the full 5-mana Liquid. Has to be a little careful of this.
Listen, Big Daddy doesn't tan it.
30 seconds to battle.
Saving that point for the lane.
So looking at this draft, right, you do have, like, it's a really good Lifestealer game. They have 2 different bombs with the Batrider as well as the Storm Spirit. The Storm should have a pretty good game as well, but Liquid's lineup does have these opportunities where they can deal with the initiation pretty well. With their cores are kind of hard to kill. The Storm's going to have a hard time actually being able to output enough damage. They have an Oracle to be able to protect some of these heroes against the Lifestealers, direct single target damage as well. On top of the initiation with Batrider, that can be countered well. I think Liquid's lineup is looking like it's going to take maybe some early steam off the laning phase, but it may fall back as soon as we start getting these Lifestealer bombs online. Once this Blink Dagger comes up with the Batrider, and Storm Spirit starts feeling enough for him that he can start participating in the game a little bit more, it'll definitely be a little bit more of a back and forth.
We'll see both offlanes getting pulled around here by either side. Sure.
Our mid matchup, Quap versus the Storm Spirit, with a really good body block. Miracle's getting nice control over the lane already. We're going to have supports roaming pretty heavily on both sides, right? Like Blitz talked about it, how they want to be able to roam on the side of Liquid, but OG's supports are actually a little bit better at being able to roam thanks to the Chen, the Rubik setup at times.
For the moment, Rezo, a slight lead here.
The biggest thing for Liquid is that they want to be able to pressure this bottom lane and enable mind control with the help of the ET, and they're just going to run and fly over and over and over again.
No-Tail trying to do his best to keep mind control GH off them, but look at GH just diving in. They will turn, they've got the point in the open, we're slowing down GH, taking a lot of tower hits as well, and that'll be first blood for No-Tail. As you said, Liquid wanting to put on this pressure, but taking it a step too far there.
Yeah, the Lifestealer matches up really well against the Elder Titan because you just cannot challenge the Lifestealer whatsoever, and you're going to see that in this lane where neither the Tiny nor the ET feels comfortable going for that hero a lot of times. He has racked up a lot of damage, but they don't have a hard camp stacked yet, and that, I think, could be the thing that tilts this lane into the favor of Liquid, if at all possible, is if he stacks the hard camp and gets the big increase for all those Spirit.
Tor on the top lane, trying to play as aggressive as he can, and he's keeping up on par with the CS that safe lane Lycan down bottom. Drag away, there's Fly, will make sure he secures himself the bounty ring away from GH. GH will give him a little bit of rundown and a couple of snaps with a big old stapler. Fine. Still, that mid lane, as we can see, this Storm Resolution, he's having a great time in this 1v1. 12 for 1 against the 4 for 2. Is it sort of expected for the CS to go that favorite for the Storm?
No, definitely not, because when it comes to Nice at least, even damage, the Storm Spirit has a slight attack damage increase with Overload, but it really shouldn't be this one favored, especially with the little bit of help that Mira got from the start.
This is, I mean, as the panel said, you know, Blitz was saying you need Rezo to be sort of that superstar hero, and so far the first few creep waves, he's pulling out all the big stops this game. 16 for 1 against Miracle, 7 for 2.
That being said, the matchup against most Quaps is not necessarily about CS. The Quap really comes online in most matchups against where you're going to see it against SF, against the Storm Spirit. On level 3, when you have level 2 Shadow Strike, you're more about harassing the enemy hero and forcing him out of lane than necessarily trying to outmatch him with.
Lane S4 getting gone on a bit here by Matsumaman. He's trying to man up against this bat. And the Reckless and Kuro, they'll bring him down low. Now they'll turn their attention towards Jarex, but in fact S4 diving up, claritying up as well. He's looking for the play around instead as he chases down Kuro. Kuro will be able to get himself back underneath tower. Matsumaman does manage to get himself back up to full health for the south. So
Kuro has to just play pretty far back because he's the person there to be able to throw Fortune's End on Man when he gets too many sticky napalm stacks and S4 goes for the Firefly. That being said, it's purely a defensive measure. They have nothing really to stop S4 getting farming.
Created. So it will benefit GH if it can get that. Right click up with the scripts once again, they're flying. Make sure GH doesn't get the rune. Maybe trying lost his life though. The GH does get the sleep stomp off. Quite close the gap. One more slap will do it. He has still got plus 15 at the moment. Might need a couple actually with that in mind as the damage has gone down a little bit. Still chasing. Fly. Distance. Slams him down with the script. 1 for 1 now.
That's going to fly right now with that batter. Oh, they're going to go straight for Kuro here, and I think he's dead.
Swap up the Mango. He's diving in, will be held back momentarily. S4.
Oh, they blew Fortune's End, so they're going to go for the Lycan. He has to TP up, but there's way too many stacks.
That's smart from OG there. They may even get more out of this. GH, he completes his TP through. He does have to stop, but Jarex keeps his distance. Will allow him to continue to right-click into GH. S4 back off and gets one more sticky napalm stack off. There's a third. They've got the blast coming in. He needs one more right-click with Jarex. Can't quite close the gap. GH will survive. But indeed, getting Matsumaman out of the lane, that's the kill that OG hoped for, and they'll get it.
That was a really cool outplay. Pressure Kuro, make him feel like he has to use Fortune's End on himself. He had already, before like they started going for that dive, he already had 6 stacks, obviously, and with 8 or 9 there, like it just dies so quickly.
Pressure high, got the medallion done now, so potent sort of right-click focus from him, and S4 is going to be even greater in this lane. Miracle mind control, now shrine themselves up. Miracle gets back towards the lane. It's looking to be, as you said, once the levels are there for Miracle, he is starting to close that gap. As you can see, red zone now and then, and heading towards jungle camps, as there is that definite kill potential.
The best thing I think about this Lifestealer pickup, well, there's many things, but this laning phase, you don't really have a whole lot of roaming power, nor do you have like a saving mechanism for a core. You can't just TP in and save somebody if they're being killed. So he has to be able to, like most DTs, they're going to entirely focus on winning that off lane for your off laner, but we've already talked about how they just can't do that. So this ET is going to look totally lost in this laning phase. DH won't really know where to go.
I think, would you say, in comparison for sort of the viewers at home, obviously watching that Ars Lifestealer game for sort of Arteezy, this isn't as good as a
no. Certainly not. Just because you have a pop on the enemy team, you can't do much about Lycan. It deals really well with Lifestealer as well.
So. Trying to man up here onto mind control, but he hasn't really quite got the damage to do so. Will infest the creep, but has to jump himself straight out though. GH and mind control. Look for the control. Sleep won't quite connect on him, but the send back there, he should be able to save him indeed. Jarex there with the play. Easy save from the Chen. Pop medallion on him. It has the send back. It's obviously the great usage of having that medallion earlier as well. That extra bit of defensive potential to get your cores out of there.
But Matsumaman just feeling so forced out of lane, he's actually the one getting up bounty runes now. Fortunately, they wanted to be able to Lycan to like level 5, preferably like level 7 before he's forced to jungle, but Lycan is a great jungler. So he will be able to get some recovery off of that, even if
Jarex with his army just keeps spotting out Matsumaman, tries to force him away from each and every camp, making sure that he can't find sort of that safety that he hopes for in the jungle.
Quite the Fortune's End, so S4 is free to get aggressive on Corona.
Yeah, you're right. A bit of a misuse of the spell, as you say. He's had to use it, well, he felt he had to use it offensively, so he's in a little bit of trouble. Does have backup. And okay, with the numbers, they will be fine. Liquid bring 4 heroes up here to surround and take down S4, even expending the Sonic Wave, as Kuro says, you better not let me die here.
It was all of it, you know.
Works out.
All of it.
But it's quite a large commitment of resources.
Yeah, certainly. It's like we already saw the ET had to TP up there once, now the ET goes up there again, this time with the Quap. The important thing is S4 is drawing attention up to that top lane, freeing Resolution to be able to get farm and mid, and the Lifestealer's fine. Oh, Jesus, GH. He's trying a little bit too hard. He TP'd into this mid lane, and Resolution's just going to go for the kill.
He is. Can you get out there? That's the question, Kuro. He's looking for the hold. Rezo will be able to dodge it here, and in fact, he'll end up helping him out. But Rezo able to get in and get out. Indeed, underneath the noses, there are 3 heroes of Liquid coming forward to try and root together.
You very rarely see GH make those kind of mistakes, but again, it just comes down to the fact that he feels a bit lost in it. Struggling to be able to find location.
We can see on the CS farm just a little bit greater here for OG in the comparative roles. The mid lane 50 CS on the Storm compares to the 40. In the safe lane, Notel 52 compares to the 37. And bottom lane, Notel getting aggressive here, biting to both Mind Control and GH. The raid will wear off. The mana a little low on Mind Control. And Notel will be fine. This Lifestealer getting away with a lot on this bottom lane.
Yeah, pretty much the Rider and the Lifestealer in a similar situation where they know they can move their lanes, they can be super aggressive, and they both have some failsafe. So this is all good for Resolution, but we've built this up before. Oh, when we built this up in OG games where we're saying, hey, Resolution's getting all this free space because of the way OG is playing. Can he actually carry out the game for them? And we've always seen that Resolution in the past has been able to do that for Team, but at this tournament.
Dire's structures are fortified.
But once again, S4, his sole sort of purpose this game is making sure that Matuma Man is kept behind. Making sure that no space of this map is really safe for Matuma Man to farm, and Matuma Man has to bring him back up each time. He's got GH around him, making sure that S4 can't continue to bully him. Mid lane, Miracle making a bit of a go on to fly. I'll look to lead forward, Kuro. He's gonna hold off, but it's not quite enough. S4's TP'd in. He's looking to close the gap. Has the lasso. Do they have enough control though? They drag back. The quad still blink out in time from Miracle, but it costs Kuro his life. Kuro's in too deep. Sleep comes out. The zip ball from Rezo still looking to fight. They have got a fair few stacks onto Miracle. Rezo low on the mana though. So with Mind Control's wraparound, Rezo's gonna pay with his life. An overplay there from the Storm as Rezo just sort of outplay him himself, zipping it into 3. And these are the sort of issues that we've seen in previous OG games that can sort of, you know, have Rezo push himself back.
I mean, just look at the CS right now. The Storm Spirit is 61 and 3. He's top of the board, and then he just gives away a kill to Liquid, thinking that he could get aggressive in that maneuver. Again, it's those kind of mistakes that we've seen from Resolution far, and OG can ill afford more mistakes like that. That being said, Liquid are doing the right thing with their lane phase going so disastrously. They are grouping up a bit, trying to just bring a numbers game into that mid lane. It's gone very well for them. Might lose S4 as well.
Go down bottom, Notel also trying to make a go onto Mind Control with the proceeds of the chest. Mind Control getting incredibly low. At the toss-up, and in fact he's going to be safe. Kuro's there with the backup just in time. I'm the sleep into the avalanche, down onto the Lifestealer, Notel. It's very tanky, of course, with that treads. Healer 1 on this Lifestealer, so he'll keep himself back. Mid lane again, Rezo pulls it forward onto Miracle. He does have Fly in the neighborhood, but Fly can't quite close the gap with the telekinesis. Miracle's fine. OG getting close to being able to bring down this tier 1 tower on the bottom left.
Yeah, and they've already taken the Liquid safe lane power as well, and Resolution is even getting some pot shots on the mid tower. So this could be Liquid losing a lot of map control fast, which is real bad for them, because they've got 3 cores who all kind of need some form, especially the Lycan, who's still trying to recover off of his jungle.
Okay, now work on each other build as well this game. Opting for the Radiance Lifestealer that we are seeing more and more. Do you like the choice of going for Radiance this game? Any specific reason why it's a good one this time around?
It's not really a Battlefield game, and yeah, I think Radiance has been a pretty acceptable item choice for these slices. Whenever I watch it, I'm not sure what exactly it is about it, but it just feels like it is such a powerful peak around that like 18 to 20 minute mark where a Lifestealer is already powerful and just own team fights as well.
I guess it's just the fact that, I mean, even if you're getting going on, as long as you can get the rage off, you're never a hero that's going to die very quickly. You're going to be able to survive long enough for the Radiance burn in the fight to pay off. And of course, Lifestealer, one of those heroes that sort of struggles to patch farm, the Radiance certainly.
Look at this push from Liquid. This is really nice. Trying to match this push from the bottom lane in OG. The mid tower much more important in these games, so it's a very good trade-off for Liquid.
Full of Mind Control. Slow, but not looking to close the gap. Just a tower trade between the sides. 4 for 4. Slight lead.
Oh, they're actually going to try and cut off these heroes in the bottom lane as they come back from pushing that tower.
So we'll big ones are fine. Matuma Man popping the shapeshifter. Looks to set up with the Earth, but this is perfect control there. With the center, indeed. Setting up for the splitter to connect. That was a huge pick-off for Liquid.
Look at this. You can't actually bring your creeps back if you're the Chen against the Oracle. He tries to pull him back, but it just Fortune's End. It hits 2 of the creeps, and good luck trying. Oh, they're actually going to play this fast, and they're just going to go for more kills on OG. They walked themselves to bottom lane and still TP into the mid lane and catch more heroes.
There's some fast-paced plays that put up pilling out to start to step with the tempo. I mean, we were what, 30 minutes in, it was just 4-4. Very sort of low kills game, but now we're looking to set things up, get that money as he closes in on Orchid. A worth on this.
So the tempo is swinging back into the favor of Liquid for now, but we're just about to pick up that Blink Dagger. The Bat Rider that changes so much of the game because now Liquid, they've already played grouped up, but they have to continue to do so. They have to play this kind of 4-man crew and give the space to the Lycan and Barn. Otherwise, they start splitting apart, they're just going to get picked off constantly by that.
They have to be careful though, because in the past, there was a reason why there was a lot of times when whenever Bat would be picked, Oracle would be taken out. Kuro's there, the save's going to be there each and every time, and the Bat plays are sort of rendered useless. So we'll see how well and prepared Liquid are with this Oracle to react to any sort of jump from that support.
They do go for a 2-man smoke here between Jerix and S4, but they're just positioning themselves to be able to pincer on mid. They can defend that, but Liquid are not attempting to defend any stars right now. They're gladly going to trade 1-for-1 because they don't feel they're stronger.
He's coming in. Looking towards Rezo. Rezo does have notes on his own. They go straight away on G. Incredibly deep indeed underneath the tier 2 tower. No-Tail trying to finish off GH, will get the kill. S4 also moving in. Miracle eyeing things up from the side. Looks at Resolution. Resolution now very low on mana. He's in trouble. The Sonic Wave comes out onto 2. Resolution, the attempted sendback was there, but he dies too soon. S4 will be able to TP out. Jerax as well will escape. So OG, they dive in deep, but they don't get the tier 1 tower. And they lose Resolution, but only a support kill. Again, this sort of over-aggression from OG, it's not great. They've got to hold back from these sort of bullish plays.
I think they're really overestimating the Storm Sphere's damage. They did that last time in their match against Mineski with the Storm Sphere. They overestimated the amount of damage for them, and he just failed to be able to get those fast kills time and time again. It was a cool fight from Miracle's perspective because he was just sitting on the high ground. He was just waiting. He was looking at Resolution's mana. He was like, yes, good. Use more. Chase deeper for the Elder Titan. As soon as he's low, alright, time to go for it.
Dire's middle tower is under
Kills like that
attack.
house. Orchid looking very close, about 300 gold away from the Orchid on.
Bat Rider's dead if they get the Fortune's End, and they do.
Quid 5 now. So this Orchid is going to be there way before any sort of defensive item on the Storm Spirit. Matuma Man is he now fly with the summons, and they've got Bull coming out. That will be enough to keep Fly alive. Rezo trying for the play, dips in onto Matuma, but as we're seeing, it's just the damage isn't there. Resolution, he's now got a bit of a problem of his own. He comes out. Don't have the vision though, so they will not try and proceed for it. The invis will keep Resolution safe, but as we're seeing, he's got to be careful. In that situation, if he didn't have the invis, he probably would have died. Zip forward here, mind control. With the blink, actually juking in. OG bringing in massive members. The Earth, but they're not going to catch onto anyone, so this time it's mind control overstepping the mark. But look at that, so dragging back Kuro. Kuro instead of it all. OG will find 2. They hit back.
At least they got the offlane tower there for Liquid, and they lost some side heroes, right? They lost Oracle, they lost Tiny, but Matuma Man was still farming during that time, so Operation Trade Space from Matuma Man is still a go. Liquid, very rarely gonna hear that phrase. But usually Matuma Man's the one who's supposed to take all this, but they felt like the Lycan just got too shut out in the laning phase, and he's gotta get Necrobook 3. After all, the Lycan is a very effective hero for this game. The Necrobook 3, he has a threat against the Stormseer with the Mana Burn, and he's very strong versus Lifestealer. Get him to that fighting point, otherwise, just gonna get run over by the Bat Rider Lifestealer initiation. I said that last time when we saw the way that OG, their eyes a little bit too big for their stomachs, tried to go for some.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Towards mid here. OG sweep around, they have got fantastic ward coverage over the jungle. 3 deep observer wards, so they'll have full eyes on any sort of farming movement. still having the rain of a couple of wards in their own jungle as well, so the map vision from OG
Dire's top
excellent.
tower is under attack.
Best for Liquid just to kind of play in their own jungle. They're actually going back here.
Control comes in with the combo onto Notel. Quick rage and a run away as he looks to escape. They're looking to try and catch someone out with the Astral. Rage will get thrown down for the low grab, but here's Miracle with that Orc kick complete. Straight on top of this Lifestealer, throws down the Sonic Wave, leaving no chance for Notel to get himself out of that one. Time, Matuma Man chasing S4 with the summon. Resolution is there with the Vortex to grab Matuma Man temporarily back, but he, with that move speed, will be able to get himself back out. He doesn't quite get the kill. Miracle does jump in forward. They do have that silence once again onto the Storm Spirit, but he's getting sent back. Just in case, Jarex sends him out of there. Miracle has eyes towards Jarex, but OG should be fine here. At least the rest of them, they back themselves away, but they are without no time. Say that though, mind control. Comes in with the Blink Sprinter. Looking to go forward, but they've lost Fly. The silence again from Miracle is out onto the Storm Spirit. S4's jumped in. They have found the kill onto mind control. Resolution going in once again. Looks towards Matuma. Matuma Man, is he going to get the false promise from Kuro? Buying time for Matuma Man to successfully TP out. Kuro will be surrounded and he will pay with his life, but he saves Matuma Man.
You can definitely see OG was caught off guard there with the initial part where the Lifestealer gets caught. He didn't have Infest. They actually just assumed that Liquid was going to be playing in the Radiant jungle, a safer part, just to be able to play around, kind of pressure that tier 2. They didn't expect the rotation back. Ends up turning the game a bit messy as we go from that one kill, then the chase over into the Radiant side. Ends up being kind of okay for OG in the end, but I'm just concerned that I feel like they should be able to expect a lot more from their combination and their pickoff potential, but they're just not getting those openings.
Look at this save. Literally, the last fraction. That could not have come a moment sooner from Kuro. That save there.
Oh, we're immediately going to jump into the storms here. They're grabbing onto Kuro, tries to go forward, but he's already been sent back by the Chen. So he's just a little bit of disruption, allowing Jarex to be able to...
Still very close game between these two sides. 20 minutes in. 9 to 10, exactly what we had hoped to see from these two European Titans.
So because of the build that Storm Spirits are going right now with the early Kaya, the Queen of Pain is way more effective with the early Orc build that we're seeing right now.
That's damp on him, but S4's there with Reza. And that will sort of put Miracle off going straight for the kill on Storm. If S4 backs up a little bit, he has Sonic Wave back up in a couple of seconds. Could certainly try for some sort of play here, Miracle. Keeping his eyes on S4. Opens up with the dagger and the Orchid. Sonic Wave dropped down as well. There's a forward from Resolution, but back up there. Kuro's in as well, so Resolution just has to zip himself back to safety. We get that free pick off.
Mike, seeing if he can catch some more, is going to run into Fly here. Steal the Howl will make him a little bit tankier, but not tanky enough to survive through that, that's for sure.
You go for Rush. The pings are being made. 2 heroes down on OG, the Bat being the biggest one of them in terms of disrupting the Roshan attempt, not moving. The only sort of opportunity here from OG would be if Resolution wants to make a play, but he looks like he may be just that little too far away to get there in time. This should be a free Roshan for Liquid.
You know what, I'm just not sure if Storm is really that strong of a hero for this current meta and the way that we're playing. So for 5-man constantly, the way everybody's pretty tanky in these games as well. It was the same problem that happened with Mineski, is that Mineski was always grouped up around each other and the Storm Spirit never found easy openings for those pickoffs that we normally see. Starts building up the Bloodstone charges and all that jazz. It's just not the same patch of older Storm Spirit.
Absolutely, I think, you know, sort of in the past it was very much sort of, when you were looking at the drafts, it was like the lack of Disable, it could be a free Storm Spirit game, but as we're seeing now teams, they just ignore it. So he's going to make sure to do his best to not be ignored. Still go straight in onto Matuma Man, bringing in Hotel as well. Kuro's there with a false promise. They come out with the silence straight away. They're on the storm. S4 has the lasso. Resolution's still going to fall though. Liquid get one. They're going to get Hotel. They're going to get S4 as well. And they are seeing. Oh my goodness, the saves from Kuro each and every time. This man's Oracle in a meta, as we've been saying, where most teams do not want to play it. He's there with the saves on his core. And again, we're sort of seeing this issue. They come in with the storm, but they end up losing 3 OG. They just can't get the kills with it. Resolution is back up straight away. Has got that reduced respawn time, but that's because he just picked up his Bloodstone before that fight. So straight away, losing charges.
He knows that this push was coming down to the bottom lane. What he wanted to do was clean up the creeps and have backdoor protection up. So got there. Unfortunately, not the case. They lose. Result. This has to TP back. 3.5 minutes for that Aegis. We're going to have a Lincoln's picked up soon for the Bob as well.
This is starting to get fine out of control.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So a lot of people are going to be happy to see that Liquid can pull something out like the Oracle in this day and age and really make it work.
And you heard the panel, I think 2 of them actually went for Liquid, but said that they liked OG's draft more. And I would actually, well, I thought OG was a bit stronger, but the execution is very clearly wanting on the side of OG, and Liquid are very well accounted.
Lots of seeing him finds an opportunity to close the gap. He's got that Orchid. Lucian has to play careful, keeping himself hidden in the trees. He shows will be in there with the Sonic Wave. Rezo is aware, and Rezo will be the more patient too, so Resolution will be fine. Then the rest of Liquid just grouping up, protecting Matsumaman, and which we can see as well, the way that they played, Matsumaman's absolutely back in the game. He's up there at the top second, just behind Miracle in network. They have played the game perfectly around the Lycan. He did suffer for a little bit at the start because of S4's strong lane. The overall game plan is really coming together for Liquid, and it just seems a little bit broken from OG's line.
The Liquid really want a blink toss back here. Some unsuspecting hero of OG.
S4. Careful, Rezo. Does have no tail inside him. Big Iron's coming out for Liquid though. Mind control with the S&Y completed Lincoln Sphere. Now on the way to Miracle. Quite find the grab, but they do find the tower. S4 is going to try and go for this. If it does, it's going to be countered, and Mind Control tries to go with the blink reactions from S4 will keep him safe. Matsumaman up with the shapeshift. They've got the silence out again. The force will keep Rezo safe. Gets him out of the Sonic Wave. Matsumaman still trying to chase forward. Miracle jumps in onto Jerax. No tail tries to turn and fight. The false promise is there onto Miracle, keeping Miracle safe, allowing him to blink forward, finish off No Tail. The setup's there. Double kill for Matsumaman. Liquid keeping the pressure up. The false promise and heals, bringing Miracle back up to full health. Now they jump in again. Mind Control gets the avalanche. Toss back onto S4. Resolution dipping into the midst of it all, bringing Mind Control and Miracle down very low. The stick charges the pop. There's the save again from Kuro onto Mind Control, keeping the tiny save. Miracle will blink back. Now the lasso comes through. They do grab Mind Control back. They lift him up into the air. Surely Mind Control falls here. No, the save again. Kuro and the smoke. Liquid disengage. They get out of there. They did lose Matsumaman off the back of it, but still the overall trade's continuing to go Liquid's way. And honestly, we keep saying it, but Kuro, he's showing off on the Oracle this game.
Yeah, he certainly is. It's looking like, despite what panel said and everyone's kind of agreed, Oracle's kind of a bad hero right now. It looks like a great one when Kuro's playing it, particularly in this matchup and Fat Rider. All in all, I think Liquid just like continue to play this way, right? Like they stuck around each other playing format. Even now, like the heroes are just coming back up to the side of OG, and they're still playing.
He's been spotted. They've got the ward upon him. They'll try and hold the back, but the steep controls him. Top lane, Jarek is well in trouble. Miracle's found him out. He's trying to duke this out, but he cannot survive this. They've lost 2 on OG. They're being pulled apart in multiple lanes. Resolution. He is Mind Control. Looks for the avalanche onto S4. S4 forces back, but the sleep troubles him. Look at the hold as well, with the root from Kuro holding down No Tail. No Tail surrounded by the 4-man of Liquid. He'll pop the rage, trying to get out of it. They will have the blink back up, and once the rage finishes, Mind Control will be sure to close the gap. He tosses in Miracle. Double kill for Mind Control. This game has gone so downhill so quickly for OG. A 10k lead, as you can see on that net worth graph, just falling off absolutely massively. I don't know if they can come back in this one, Cap. It's going to be so hard with the heroes that they have and with the way that Liquid's just playing.
Yeah, we saw like the kill up at top lane, but at the same time, the initiation that happened at bottom lane, we're seeing a big issue for the Storm Spirit, is that he can't really jump and kill any of these heroes because of Oracle, but at the same time, he also can't jump the Oracle if Kuro's just playing well enough. He actually tried to jump Oracle, but midway through the zap, Kuro knew. He's like, oh, I hear that zap. I know he's coming for me. He goes ahead and pops the ultimate on himself. So Storm Spirit is still denied that critical factor, which is being able to jump in and kill one hero and make it a 4 versus 5. Pretty much no matter who he goes on, the Oracle always has the play to be able to stop that advantage.
Look at Miracle now with his item build, more items to sort of help screw over the Storm Spirit. He's got a Shadow Blade coming out to him, so even easier for him to get that sort of surprise catch into the silence. That's going to cause a lot of issues for Rezo. Oh, he does have the Yule Scepter, so he has got a bit of sort of safety in that sense. But if there's a couple of heroes from Liquid, Rezo has to be incredibly careful.
Dire's top
Liquid
tower
picking
is
up
under
down there,
attack.
once again smoked up for a catch before attempting to push into the basement. Tumberman, the only one showing. It's wrongful eye, did shove out the bottom lane a bit, but immediately TP out of there.
Dire's top
And unfortunately, the
tower is
wolf that
under
they had scouting the lifestealer, I think, got spotted by the tower. So, Big Daddy Tail kind of had a heads up. He could be the target, even backed up. The rest in bottom lane TP, so Liquid just had to go for the brute force push now.
Yep, straight up with the army, then melt through this tier 3 tower. Where is the D push from OG? The fortification comes out by some time, a safety for the side of OG, but the Tumberman, you can see, he still wants to get deep and involved. Trying to throw it. Don't want to slow out onto him here, but it's not enough. Tier 3 tower will fall. Liquid get with that first bit of attempt to push. Now GH will get dragged back. OG, can they get at least take it out of it? Start destroyed there with a save, but it'll jump straight onto first. Does connect onto 2. Resolution has to be careful, starting to fall on mana, will get sent back in time. But he does get the double kill before he returns home. Sonic Wave from Miracle, fly down to 5. They'll lose the Rubik. Resolution going to come back in. He's trying to step it up, pull out the big plays. Can he get more out of this? Does get the control onto Matuma-man. Rezo pulling up, playing around. They're going to be able to get Matuma as well. Resolution stepping it up when it's needed. They get the triple kill. We saw that fight. Kuro pops the save down onto GH. Immediately Rezo goes for Kuroki.
Oh, and all that was, I was just screaming inside my head, no, just let him die. Because I don't think Liquid needed to be able to re-engage there. They could lose the Elder Titan. That was a risky engagement for sure. Liquid has been around each other throughout this whole entire game, but here I think they took a step too far in trying to be able to, because the moment they use the Oracle ultimate on an Elder Titan at that, they just leave themselves wide open to the initiation of the Storm Spirit Lifestealer. He jumps in, they instantly kill the Oracle, and they're right in the middle of all these Liquid heroes, and they don't have the same grace for the single target focus of OG. On top of that, they're near their base, so OG can always play for the Chen sent back on the Storm, and he could zip right back in with full mana.
Miracle. Yeah, has found himself a freebie on the side though, but Rezo is going to be there to back him up, trading away with the Vortex. Miracle's going to get taken down. Resolution.
Getting back worse. Liquid.
This man, he is beginning to answer the haters. He's stepping up the Storm play. Middle lane, S4 gets to grab a mind control. Status resistance though.
Don't grab a Tiny. Don't grab a Tiny.
Tiny is fine. All eyes on Rez, honestly. He's trying his best to be the superstar his team needs, and those last couple of minutes, they are definitely opening the game back up for OG. They're managing to close that lead that Liquid had.
A little bit of RNG loss there for OG. They got such a critical pickoff on that Queen of Pain, and they're around the Roshan pit already. Unfortunately, Roshan just doesn't spawn. Won't be spawning. Liquid will be up as 5 to be able to defend. So, unfortunate, but if they can get another pickoff like that, in fact, they're going to get some big upgrades there. They're looking at that Aghanim Scepter pretty soon. Shiva's is a huge one for Resolution. He can be able to deal with the physical damage coming out from these heroes a lot better. And nice AoE to be able to find the Oracle as well.
Chance up there. And I'm thinking about it. It's very hard to do, as you say. You almost certainly had to find pickoffs before. Fantastic team fight potential from around that area. The other time on the lineup.
It's interesting. We saw a similar build from Big Daddy No-Tail when he went on Monkey King. He went with double defense items, and when they needed him to have damage, I think he just felt that Daedalus is the most effective board. Crystals especially was really sheer, obviously.
G? Top Liquid. At the high ground of S4 with reactions, links out, TP away as well. They see the ship off, they want to get out of there. As we'll try to slide the side with the side step from Miracle. Lose the back. Zipping from Rezo. They're actually looking to try and find this here. Rezo no tell, goes around the GH with the low. Kuroki goes the ball from Rezo. I think he realizes that. Sits down onto Kuroki. Rezo with the low. And it will be held back. The back will die. That's going to be a dieback here for S4. Resolution will use the Bloodstone Suicide. They've lost 3 on OG. No Tell and Fly, the last 2 remaining survivors. OG may have gone in a little too heavy around this fight, around the shrine, as a triple kill comes through for Miracle. Everyone being kept alive on Liquid. The play that had worked before from OG didn't work that time. Rezo trying to go for Kuro, but when he's not sort of got the full tank mana, Kuro's going to have a chance to react. And nobody dying on Liquid. They brought back on S4 to try and commit for that. That's a huge loss for OG.
That was like a desperation buyback and a forcing of a fight that I think is, again, kind of unnecessary. We had a very similar situation, right? ET is saved by the Oracle of a false promise, but the difference was, is this time he was the combination. It was the Storm Zip and the Exilor pop-out that the false promise prevented, and then in turn Stormspirit by himself tries to go for the Oracle without the Light Stealer bailing on him right on top of a bunch of heroes, one of which is the Lycan, who was just able to kind of man-fight him, beat him down with extra physical damage, and force him into investing into one of the creeps. So it's a dramatic difference, all based on the initiation and who the Stormspirit Light Stealer are able to make their first go.
Without that Orchid, there's just not great solo potential Rezo. He is working towards it now. Once he has the Orchid online, absolutely. Get yourself towards Kuro. It can definitely get that solo pick off in the minutes of the fight. But until that point, say, can't go for it.
And we could actually have a very important pickup here for Miracle. Level 25. Here, do a lot. Really spoiled the Batrider Storm Spirit's initiation. Maybe threw up the Light Stealer as well.
Around a look at this mind control. TP's in, finds the cutoff. They've got the control. Into the storm. They're holding this man down. He still has some mana left to zip out. Flies there to back him up. They've got to get the storm out of there with the final zip of TP. He will manage to escape. Same time, no top lane, but some man pushing him with the shapeshift. Tell TP's in. Miracle's there. Those are back to the big bad wall. On the side of it, they do catch Ruby. Fly will be punished on his attempt to retreat outside. Onto this back. Jump ball. Miracle wants to get the kill, but this is Miracle getting aggressive. He does have the Aegis. They'll take him down once. He needs the rest of his team to turn on. Liquid, they are on the way. OG know. They're backing up. They know that they can't really kill Miracle a second time unless he ever steps the bomb. He looks towards S4. S4 will get sent back in time. They haven't got heal helping him, but mind control there with the stun onto Garrett. They come in with the backline play, take down the chair. And Liquid, they may not got the cause, but they get the 2 supports. They keep themselves alive, so they can keep this push going.
Chen is such an important key piece here to Stormspirit, how aggressive he can play.
They're going to buy back up the line. Rezo zips in, zips out. PKB's top 5 really man fights up against No Tell. They do manage to get the grab onto Kuro. It is the crucial one. They take down the Oracle. He's removed from the slot for Liquid. Now can OG get more? The slow onto Mind Control. Mind Control wants the cheese back up to full health. Rezo zipping back, prioritizing this tiny kill, and they'll get it. Now they need more. McTominay getting chased down as well. GH going for the speed stop, but it's not going to catch OG. They can keep chasing. Double kill for No Tell as they find themselves the Lycan as well. GH also having the cap closed upon him. Resolution gets the slow. Isn't enough. GH a little too speedy. Slides himself away. Has the ult set to put the back up a Miracle. No Sonic Wave though. So unlikely he can go for big plays. He can go for the little ones though. Fly on the back line. Is he going to tick out the stop? But he will. Miracle gets the kill. Gets out. GH did manage to successfully retreat back to base.
Yeah, got a great stomp up on the Resolution Stormspirit. He read that there was going to be a ball lightning jump. That stomp managed to save his life and maybe save a big push from OG. They're going to feel a lot less comfortable with both Miracle and that Elder Titan on the map, so instead should probably just be focusing on pushing out some of these lanes. From here, I mean, OG, they're left with 2 buybacks down right now, but I don't think they can look away from Liquid. I think they really still have to take these fights head on. I think they have to be aggressive. They have to be the ones initiating into the side of Liquid. They need desperately to be able to find a way to be able to stop the Oracle from getting off this false promise in every single one of the team fights, because that initial burst is so key.
I think we are seeing impressive plays from OG, considering that they are are behind. This is the second time they've sort of managed to upset the momentum, the flow that Liquid's got going. Have been able to begin to turn it around. Last time it did get shut back down. See if Liquid can do the same this time, as they are still in the lead. Those little swings giving OG the confidence. Resolution still on their work. If he can continue to make the big plays on the Storm, this really could be the star-stopping game that Resolution needs to provide to show people how damn good this boy can be on this map.
Yeah, both teams are trying to play so fast that oftentimes they're taking these engagements without critical abilities being off cooldown. And that last one, it was like shapeshift. That was on cooldown until like it was pretty much after the initiation already happened from OG, and Lycan's trying to run himself away. And looking at him, he's got 5 seconds until shapeshift. By the time it was up, the fight was already over. It was just a question of how many heroes OG could actually create.
The board down straight away with the zip. Resolution goes forward on Miracle, but Miracle's got the shadow blade. He didn't have to take it, turns towards the support from the instead. GH has been held down. So Resolution still with a lot of mana to play around with the Fear and Sonic Wave. Blows up the roof. BKB pop up into Maman Resolution. You see his pace. He's looking for the backline. Holds on until he sees Kuro. Goes straight away onto this Oracle and won't find it if the rest of his team are suffering. They've lost 3 on OG. Resolution low on the mana to Fear, making sure that he can't slip away. Has to use the Bloodstone Suicide. So as much as Resolution tries his best to find the 2 supports, overall strength of Liquid just crushes the lineup of OG. They keep their cause alive. Miracle at this stage, the Fear, as you said, already coming into play, force an issue for each side. Each time OG try and close the gap and get involved with their spells. The amount of disable.
Because we have the buyback from the Lifestealer and the Storm Spirit, I want Liquid to just play with Miracle on the front line, because again, they don't have shapeshift. But maybe OG actually just don't buy back at all. They're going to give up what? 2 lanes of wrath?
Holding they can't give away soon.
Oh, that is too much.
There's the buybacks. Where's the jump? And it comes straight away onto Maman's got. He's going to zip forward, so he wants more. The team goes slow onto mind control. He's still got lots of mana to play with, but Miracle is there. Resolution has to be careful. The silence comes. They've got the combo. Resolution still fine though. The rest of OG are looking around. And we'll get the second thing he's got onto mind control, holding him in place. Resolution plays the light, the timing as well. Cost them the 2 cores fighting back, but they'll keep their bottom ranks alive. They do still lose the mid, so Liquid continuing to edge more and more ahead. But OG, my goodness, they are certainly putting up a fight.
They played that really well with the double buyback and instantly the infest into the Storm Spirit. They played it fast enough that Liquid could not actually back out in time without significant losses. The bad thing is that OG is making all this and they're just kind of salvaging the game little by little. They're making sure they're still in it, but they're not actually taking anything from Liquid. Here, I don't think they're going to be able to force any buybacks. They're not really going to be able to get any big objectives. I think they have to look to be able to control the Roach Pit if the next one. If they can get it just on Storm Spirit, maybe that changes a lot of the game.
So I think we're seeing this ring. A lot of people say with the Storm Spirit, you want to be playing from ahead. If OG was sort of even coming out of the early mid game, this game would have almost done over for Liquid. But the fact was Liquid managed to get this early lead, and they've been able to make it so that despite how much Resolution plays his heart out, it's so hard for OG to come back into this one.
Yeah, they're going to lead from the lane phase.
Keep himself alive. The Sonic Wave from Miracle will finish him off. He comes to BKB's back. He's trying to chase him down. Got the lasso, but there's the secret Kuro. False promise comes to Miracle. Miracle will be fine. Still coming down. They've already lost both supports. OG S4 will fall as well. Miracle focusing down. No turn. They have the silence to fit. Holding him in place. That's 4 down on OG. And that's 4 heroes without buyback. Resolution, the last man standing. And good luck as a solo Storm holding this sort of push that's going to come pounding down the lane.
It's pretty unfortunate. Like OG have these great pushes coming in both the side lanes. If they somehow get an engagement, they can actually win. But again, they thought they could go for the quad. Bro, it's always positioned in the back line, just out of reach.
This should GG, the speed that they push in. Resolution alone, can he really do what seems to be the impossible? Hold back this 5-man push, I don't think he can. Tier 4 is going down. No buybacks on OG. Rizzo trying to dip out, clear the way with those remnants, but the Ancient is exposed. Liquid will push on. And there we have it. GG is for Liquid taking against OG. and looking very confident doing so. There were a few swings back from sort of we said that some of OG's plays from behind, but that was the overarching thing of this game. They were always behind. They never managed to swing it back around in their favour. As Liquid, they just looked like the better team here.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that, you know, the laning phase, they had a little bit of lead on the side of OG, but they faltered at just the wrong time, right? If they had made these sort of later gameplays, if we saw that in like 15, 20 minutes, and they had continued that little bit of laning phase lead that they had and grew that into something bigger, with 5k, 6k gold lead going into the mid-game, then OG could have just kept on going. The Storm Spirit would have been a viable threat to some of these squishier heroes on the side of Liquid, but sadly, they executed just a little bit off on very key timings with the Storm combination, right? That first jump that we had with the Infest, Storm Spirit failed, and that is one of the biggest moments in the night.
Absolutely. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Another game showing us the power of Liquid. And something else that teams have to be worried about. Having to be worried about Oracle in 2018, I'm afraid you have to be if you're playing against Liquid. As Liquid take game 1 against OG.
Yes, indeed. What is Oracle in 2018? Maybe they are now, after that particular